Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 121 of Sonic Boom TV. Get the TV on back there as well. Uh, this episode is a trip to the record store. I went to Euclid Records in New Orleans again. My intention to go there was because on Friday I saw them post on their Instagram that they had gotten some, new records in or whatever, and they had the one that everybody's gonna make fun of me for, but I don't care. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, their self-titled album. I was really into that updated '90s, early 2000s, I guess maybe it's probably '90s swing music. The revival they did, I thought it was cool. And I like bands like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, Cherry Poppin' Daddies, Royal Crown Review, Royal Crescent Review, I think there was another one. Amazing Royal Crowns. There's a lot of royal stuff going on in there. And Amazings and Crowns and stuff like that. There was another one called Royal Finger Bowl that was from New Orleans. I don't know if they were exactly swing, but they were something. But anyway, besides that. So I go over there on Saturday. I saw the ad on Friday. I went over there on Saturday. And I looked in the bin where they put all the new releases and items they just got in. So like they might have used stuff too. It's usually on one side, and then the new stuff is all on the other side of these bins, and that's where you find stuff. So I looked through it, didn't see it. I was like, oh man, I guess they don't have it, or somebody bought it already. So I just proceeded to look around. I didn't want to ask anybody. They were a little busy, and I didn't want to bother them too much while they were trying to help other people. And so I go around to the other side of the bin, and if you saw my my video about the vinyl tag, I had mentioned something about NXS and not having their Shabu Shaba album or a couple other things. Like that was the one I didn't have on CD. I only had it on cassette. And I thought for a long time, I don't know why I didn't realize this, but I thought NXS's first, I thought Shabu Shaba was their second album. I thought the first album was the one called just NXS, which I've never seen in my life. As far as I'm concerned, it's a mystery. Like, has it ever been released or whatever? I know it has, but I just haven't never seen it in a store in any format. So I go there, and I'm looking through. First thing I find, NXS Shabu Shaba, and it was $15.99. It's not brand new, but it's in good shape. I looked at it and everything. Looks nice. I haven't played them yet, but this one has the one thing. Black and White, and Don't Change on it. Those are the three hits that I can remember from it anyway. But I was stoked. I saw this. I was like, oh man, I gotta get it now, because it was like meant to be. I just said I didn't have it on CD or record, and there it is. So I'm looking through the bin. Find this underneath the colors, COLOURS, NXS. And I'm like, wait, what is that? And I thought it might have been a single or something, because I've never heard of this album. And looked at it, I flipped it over onto the back, and of course it's got, 10 or 12 songs. And I'm like, what in the world is this? So I'm going to my phone, and my phone it's like a dead zone there. And every time you try to look up something on your phone in there, it kind of cuts out. I guess they don't want people looking on Discogs and checking prices or something. I don't know, but I can't get on Discogs either when I'm in there to see if I've got something, which will be a problem in a minute. I will talk about. But anyway, I saw this and I was like, oh man, I gotta get this too, because I've never even heard of this album. And this is actually their second album, and I wasn't aware that this even existed. How? I don't know, because I was a pretty big NXS fan, and I have all the albums except for the first one, which I thought. And the newest one, the very newest one, where they did it was like they covered themselves with that JD guy that was on that show that won the contest or whatever. I feel like they did that because they must have had a 2-album contract with him or something, because they did the Switch one, and then they did this other one, which I don't know the name of it. I think it came out in 2019 or something like that. So I haven't picked that one up yet. I may get it eventually. But I have all their other albums, and I didn't, except for the first one, I thought, and I wanted to get Shabooh Shoobah on at least CD or record, you know. And then I came across this, and so I have no idea what any of these songs are. Don't know any of them. I don't recognize any of them from greatest hits or anything. But you know, I don't know. Hopefully, it's good. And it probably will be. You know, I enjoyed everything from NXS over the, you know, their whole history. So that was that. So then I go upstairs because there wasn't really anything. There was a couple of new things I wanted, but I was kind of upset because I couldn't find the Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and I was trying not to spend too much money, so I was just holding off. I was like, well, I'll go back and order it because it's from Real Gone Music, who I've ordered from several times before, and you know, it's $29.99 on there. So I go upstairs and look at a 99-cent bin, and although they cleaned it up and it looks nicer up there in their night where the 99-cent bin is, there wasn't anything that I wanted. But I said, well, I got to get at least 3, you know, because you know, if I'm going to sit there and look through all these bins, I'm going to find 3 records in there. So I did find 3. This is Robert Plant's Shaken and Stirred. This looks like it's going to be horrible, guys. I don't know what it is. That picture is blurry as could be. I don't know what this is, but it looks like he might have went into a 80s new wave thing or something going on, but maybe not. I don't know. So Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin is a solo album. I don't know if this is his first solo album or what, but it looks like it's probably going to be terrible. So I'll just go with that. The second one, I bought it because I like this album cover a lot, and I never owned this before, but the cover is actually pretty beat up. The record looked okay, but that would be Santana. Not a huge Santana fan. I mean, he's a great guitar player and all that, but I don't know, just not super into him. But I wanted to get this because that artwork is nice. Now the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but it's torn, like it's split all the way across the bottom, and the back is kind of banged up a little bit, and you can see the bottom where it's all torn up. So I just wanted to have it. It looked okay. I mean, it's possible that it might have some skips in it. We'll see when I go to listen to it. And the other one, because I couldn't look on Discogs, I couldn't remember if I had this or not, because I've picked up quite a few things relating to Genesis and Phil Collins lately, and this is Face Value. Didn't realize he's got like a little scar going on right there. Look like the Joker. But I didn't have this one. I have the other one, No Jacket Required. So I was good on that. But this one has In the Air Tonight, and I Missed Again. That was a good song too. I don't know the rest. I don't think I know any of the other ones. I don't think I have this in any other format either, because I liked Phil Collins and I like Genesis, and I never had a lot of it, and so I've just been picking it up lately. I've been finding stuff, CDs and a couple records, so you know, I'll go with it, and as long as I keep coming across them, I'll keep picking them up until I can't find them anymore. But anyway, that's a good one. The record looks nice, so it should be good. So then they have a section that's 3 for $5, and I was like, got to get at least 3 out of that too, if I'm going to look through it all. And so, well, I went through the whole thing and I came up with 4, and I put one back because I wasn't sure, you know, at all what it was. I'm not sure of any of these really, but the first one, it's funny because things were coming to me that I had been either talking about or seeing recently in the last couple weeks, and just a couple days ago, I even wrote a comment about this on the person who got it. On her video, that I liked the album cover. I said, I don't know what the music is, but anyway. So anyway, I go and I find it. Stallion. Wasn't looking for it. It's a cutout, so that N on that, you know, corner is chopped off. But I really like this artwork for the cover. It's embossed too. It's pretty cool. You know, I think they're like light rock though, so I don't know. With a name like Stallion and a cool ass cover like that, you know, I don't know. And the back cover is pretty cool too. You know, it's just, I mean, it's just a horse, but it's a cool drawing of a horse, I think. So the girl was debating whether she was going to get rid of it or give it away or whatever. And I was like, well, you know, I probably could have took it from her, but her name is Telegram Sam, by the way. She'll probably never see this, but I thought it was cool, and so when I saw it in there, it was like, man, I was just talking about this a couple days ago, and so I grabbed it and picked it up. So that might be okay. I don't know. The next one. Well, let's skip the next one. This one right here was actually the first one I saw in the pile, and it's called Virginia Wolf Push. And this is a demo. I'm not a demo. Promo copy. I don't believe the disc, the center label has promo on it or not. But let me take it out anyway because I gotta show you something on the back cover, so I might as well pull the record out and see if it says promo on it. And it does not. It's just typical Atlantic. They're dirty. The records are dirty, but it looks like brand new. It's got dust and stuff on it, so I got to clean that up. But what's funny is I had no idea, but Jason Bonham from he was in the band Bonham, and he's John Bonham from Led Zeppelin's son, and he played in, like, when Led Zeppelin kind of got back together, and not together, but they did shows and stuff, events or whatever, special occasion things. He was in it, but anyway, he's on the back, and somebody drew a beard on him with a pen, and I thought, that's kind of weird. And then I look at that scribbling right there, hard to see in this light, but it says rock and roll. It's rock and roll something there's an L word here. It's LE something, and then it says J, and that can only be Bonham because this other guy's name is Joe Burt, but there's definitely an H right there if you can see it. I don't know if you can. And then it says P.S. Kiss my ass. So I thought that was kind of funny, and I don't know if it's a real autograph or not, but when I saw that, I was like, well, I'm definitely getting this one because it's autographed by somebody, and it told somebody to kiss his ass. So it was probably somebody they knew that owned this record at one point. I'm assuming it's hard rock, at least. Maybe they look kind of new wave, but I would assume it's going to be hard rock. There's guitar, vocals, bass, and drums. I don't see any kind of keyboards or anything like that. So, new wave might not be what it is because they did a lot of keyboard stuff. And then the next one was one I found pretty interesting, kind of weird, kind of wild. I'll pull this out. It's called The Grave Babies, Death Face. Now, I have no idea who this is. I don't have any idea what kind of music this is. But what interested me was this right here is glued on here. This is just a plain white sleeve. And they glued this front cover on here. So this is probably, I don't know if it was a local band or what. It's on Discogs. And then they have a download track listing thing. Kick it to cover up my number down there in case it's still active. I haven't tried it yet, but there's that. And then I don't even know if they say the names of the songs. Well, I guess they're on this. That's what that is. But on the record itself, it doesn't. The record is just black on black. It's brand new. It's brand new. So those are 3 for $5. Pretty good deal. So after that, you know, I don't know what kind of music it is either. It could be anything. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of indie rock, but I don't know. It could be anything. I just got to be careful I don't peel this this stuff off there when I'm trying to put it in the sleeve. So if it turns out really good and I play it a lot, I'm going to have to separate the record from the jacket, because those things are going to come off if I try to keep taking it in and out. It's going to get caught on the edge or something. So anyway, that's that. So I went back downstairs, and there one of the guys was, you know, he was working on some records, you know, pricing and all that stuff. And so I saw him putting some new things in the bin, so I would go look back in the new used stuff and the new stuff, and there it was, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and the price was $48.99. I was like, 49, almost, you know, $50 for a record, and it's on 2 records, and it's colored vinyl, but I was like, no way, I can't do this today, because I had already picked up something else, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute. And I was like, I can't do it. I said, it's $29.99 from Real Gone Music. I don't know why the store version is $48.99. And I looked on Discogs, and that's the price on there too. The mid-range price says $49. I think the main price says $50. So the high end, whatever. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get this other thing that I got and pass on that, because if I'm gonna order it, I'm gonna order from them and save the freaking $12 or whatever it is. More than that, I guess, 30, and I can't do math right now. That's like $19 cheaper. You know, and I'll have to pay shipping, so it'll end up being like $12. I think the shipping's like $6 or $7. So anyway, I'm back downstairs, and before I saw the Big Bad Voodoo Daddy thing, I saw this, and I picked it up because I've always wanted to really check out this band, and I kind of did. I had some MP3s that I got. I guess I got them from the library of 2 of their albums, but I never really listened to them that much. I think I listened to them once or twice, and I just hadn't got into them, and I can't get it out this thing here. So I saw this, and I saw the price, and I was like, and this is what a record should cost. Now, the album is Sleater Kinney. The Center Won't Hold is the album. I've never owned anything physically by them, so I wanted to get it. And when I picked it up, it was weird because it looks like it's brand new right now, but this was on the record was in there the other way. Like, it wasn't. This is how it's supposed to be. This thing right here was out, and it was like in the back. There, this sticker right here that says "Vinyl Me Please." It says Sleater Kinney, The Center Won't Hold, VMP exclusive vinyl edition, case wrapped, gatefold jacket, foil stamped, 180 gram red heavyweight vinyl exclusive art print. Okay, so this was on the back because it wasn't in there right. The art print was on the back, but it was the back of it. It wasn't front. This was out, and so what I think happened was either they played it in the store, or somebody pulled it out, looked at it, and put it back in wrong. So I don't think it was used and brought back. I can't imagine that. I mean, I could imagine that, but I don't think so. But anyway, the price of it is $19.99. Now, how can this record be $19.99 with what I'm going to show you? First of all, comes in this plastic thing that's kind of came apart on the sides, but it's in this plastic thing. It's got the little clear sticker on it, kind of neat. But it comes with its own sticky, self-sticking bag. So that should be $1 right there, probably. Whoops, something just fell out. it has it's like the Obi strip kind of thing, but that's not really what this one is. But that's off, and it's folds out, so it's specially cut. Has the center won't hold fizz. It's a alcoholic beverage. Some little something or other about the album. It's got what the album is and all stuff, and then what was on the front. Vinyl Me Please Essentials. I don't know if this album is essential or not, because I've never heard it. But then we've got the front. We've got silver foil lettering right there, stamping. Silver foil on the bottom. So that's an extra cost in printing. I know this because I work in graphic design and I work in printing. I've had to have things printed, and I know it costs more to do this stuff. So, it's maybe not a lot, but it's a little bit to make you question why a record is $50 and a record is $19.99. And I looked this up on Discogs too, and I looked it up elsewhere where I could try to buy it from somebody else, and it's $19.99. So I don't know who's screwing everybody over, but we're all getting screwed in the pricing on records. And then this is the art print. Just the band, and they have their little faces distorted kind of thing. And on the back, it tells you about the photographer, a little bit, and his artwork. And that's what I saw on the back when I picked it up. So that's the extra, and this is on like a heavy cardstock paper, and it's not smooth. It's I don't want to say it's matte, because it's kind of there's a word for it, because it's textured, so it's something, or I don't know. But then on the inside, we got 2 stickers, eyeballs. I don't know. I guess that one goes like that, maybe. 2 eyeball stickers, which I'll never stick on anything. They'll just stay with the record, but that's extra cost. And we've got the inside. That's somebody's butt turned backwards, and on the body. Maybe it's hers. I don't know. I always thought this one was cute. I think that's the drummer. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I remember them back in the '90s, briefly, and because they had one song or something, probably something. But we got lyrics and stuff, and then we get to the record. Record comes in a black and white printed inner sleeve. No foil on this, but it's just white. But that's okay. And then you've got this heavyweight. It's more of a burgundy color, not red. I don't know why they said red, but it's more burgundy record. So it's kind of a lot for $19.99 when you're used to getting nothing for $30, $40 on modern records. It's one record compared to 2, but I got to tell you guys, it doesn't cost that much to print. To make a record, it just doesn't. To ship it and all that other stuff, yeah, that may incur some cost, but I think these record companies are taking us for everything that they can, and they're not going to let up until we stop buying. And unfortunately, that's going to happen to me fast. If they keep going the way they're going, I'm not going to be able to buy too many new ones anymore. I'll just have to, I would never buy this. I would have never bought this at $40 ever. It would never happen, because this band isn't that important to me at this point in my life. Maybe they will be after I listen to this and go back and listen to the 2 CDs I have. I don't have any of the early ones. The 2 CDs I have, I believe, are the ones that are right before this, and I think they have one album after this. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna play everything that comes out. Got to get it on vinyl, even if it's $40 game, because that's just too much. And when you got too many things coming out, which there are a lot of things coming out right now that I want, I'm not gonna be able to get them. So Keep it under 30, and I can work with them. Once they start rising up to 45, 46, and $50, too much for 11, 12 songs. It's not worth it. It as much as you want to collect, it's just not worth it. Oh, I gotta put that thing back in there. I did not get the Big Bag Voodoo Daddy as I wanted, but I came back with, a decent amount of stuff. A couple things I really wanted, and a couple new things to try out and see how they are. And we'll put this back in here later. So, lastly, on the way, at the register, you saw these at the very beginning. The guy gave me the two new stickers, and this is the Euclid Records little shrimp guy. And I said, man, you guys do a lot of different ones of these, because as you see, I've got a couple right here. I got a glow in the dark one and a silver foil one, which I can show you guys again. I've showed these before, but there's other ones. There's a red one. There's an orange one. There's a couple different ones. And I said, man, the guy that prints these must see you coming, huh? And he goes, well, what he gets is some kind of specials. Like they send him a thing and say, oh, you can get 100 stickers for free or something, so they just do that every time they get it. They just order 100 of whatever color they want, or whatever design they want. And so they had this one, which is this one's a little bigger, I think. Yeah, it's a little bigger than that. Oh, the other two. I've seen a couple that they've done bigger because they probably got a deal on those two. But this one is kind of, weird colors. I don't know if this one means anything. But then the other one, the cooler one, is this little black and white one, but that's the ska version of the little shrimp. And he's got different little glasses, and he's got the little hat, and his mouth is the same, I think, on all of them. Yeah. So they just kind of changed him up a little bit. I thought that was kind of fun, and they gave me that one. So I had known they did this, but it was I saw it about like a month or two ago, and I was like, I'll never get that one. But he had one for me, so that was good. And then, whoa. Good catch, Kevin. Then on the way out, whoops, there goes my light. There it goes. On the way out the door, there's a little bin thing that has like magazines and local kind of stuff, as well as some national kind of music magazines or whatever. And they also have CDs, sometimes records, whatever, in a box or on the ground underneath the little bin, whatever. It's kind of like a newspaper stand thing, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, in the box, I found a CD called Raw Tape Sampler 22. I don't know any of the bands on this. It's I haven't listened to it. I haven't even taken it out of the thing yet. But it's for promotional purposes only. There's somebody. Wait a minute. There's Maze, Benitez, Logie, Folly Tree, Amir Brester, Masuk, Rejoicer featuring Amir Bresler. This sounds almost like it might be like Indian kind of music or something, from India. Some of these names. The Buttering Trio, Imagine, Imagin, Duo Brothers, Masuk again, Tigris, Yonatan Daskal, and Nomak. So there's 13 songs and at least 12 or 11 or 12 bands on there. So I don't know what that's going to be about, but I grabbed one because they had one. And then the other thing I did, it took too many. I didn't realize that I was taking this many. But they were on the ground at the bottom. They were full of dust, and nobody was looking at them anyway or wanting them. But I've got 5. I thought I was getting 2, but they were stuck together so tight that when I picked them up, I just thought I had 2, and I ended up having 5. So it's this little Flexi-Disc, these orange little Flexi-Disc of the Headsman. Now, I have several of these. There's Actually, I think they're right here. Let's see if I can grab them. Yeah. So the headsmen, for I don't know where they're from. England maybe, but they've put out several of these, and I try to get more than one in case I can maybe trade somebody, because I know there's a yellow one, but they do these little singles. I don't know what that word is, and I've got two of this one, the blue one, and that one has a sticker in it or something. And I've listened to them, and they're all right. You know, they sound pretty good for being Flexi-Disc. And then I got three of this one, Headsman again. I can't read the songs because it's backwards when you look at it like that. And I don't want to take them out, but I took extras just in case I could find it, because I know there's a yellow one. I think there's a red one. So if I can maybe find somebody that has these, I can maybe make a trade, and you know, or something, just to have. They're pretty good. I mean, I guess they do regular albums and stuff, but this is their little promotional thing that they like to do, I guess. And I think they're from England or somewhere in Europe. And how these things end up in New Orleans at the record store, I don't know. But anyway, this one is Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Catch a Ghost by Its Cloak, is what that one is called. So that's the newest one. And then the other ones, I don't know what they're called. Probably talked about those in the previous video. So anyway, that is it for this episode. Kind of rambled on there at the end. I didn't want it to go 30 minutes. I was hoping I'll do this in 10. But I did go thrifting again. I didn't want to, but I was bored. And I went to one store and I found what I thought was going to be good. So I'm going to do a video for that in a minute. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.